Hello YouTube. Just doing a bit of a video on solar, or more like mobile solar. So you've probably all seen these, probably all got them. I know I've had a few of them from Amazon, about 20 quid. It's basically for charging your phone up. Yeah, and they'll do it, they're alright. The problem is that what I've found is they'll work great when you've charged it off the mains, but then once that charge is gone, and if it's not a sunny day or it's night time, you're relying on this to recharge the battery, and there's the problem, because they're rubbish. I've had a few, they're all rubbish. The trickle charge, it really is just a trickle. So I was looking at on the internet what other things are out there. The Americans tend to make more of them, like a mobile solar power unit, really, I suppose you'd call it. So anyway, this is what I came up with. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to build something that was portable. It's not too heavy, but it would also have enough charge in it that it would, it would be of use, and it would run more than just charging a phone. It will do a little bit more than that. So like I say, the Americans have come up with a few different ones. Some of them are pretty big, and they end up having a massive box full of batteries and a huge solar panel they're dragging around. I didn't want to do that. It was just too much messing around. So I wanted to have it all contained, so I can just lift it up, put it in the car, away you go. You can use it in your tent, in your camper. You can have it set up in your house if the power goes off. You get the picture. So I'll just run through quickly what I've done here. So this is just a flight case. So off here we've got a little output there, an output jack there. I'll show you what they're there for in a minute. We have sort of these scattered around, these marine USB points. So there's two there, they're both 5 volts. Come on, focus in, will you? Why is it not doing it? Let's try, isn't it? 5, so there's one amp, one at 2.1 amp. I've just put a little switch there, I can turn it off, just isolate it locally. Another output jack there. Around here, some more marine sockets. We've got more USB there, same again, a 1 amp and a 2.1. Everything is USB now. It seems to be in our house. I mean, at night time, all you can see is blue charging lights everywhere, wherever you look. So we need plenty of them. There's a little voltage indicator there. When the lid's down, you just sat about, everything's charging up nicely. Just keep your eye on the voltage, make sure it's not dropping too low, because things will start conking out. And then you've got a little 12 volt socket there, a cigarette port. There's loads of different things you can get for plugging into these low voltage things. This is quite a big case for the smoker, I suppose, to take it about to light his fags. But you can get like small kettles and small small voltage, low wattage stuff that you can plug in there. And then over here we've got the jack which goes off to the solar panel, and that's what it's all about. This is the solar bit. So I'll open this up. And there we go. So what we've got here is a 20 watt mono solar panel. Now I bought the panel first and I bought the case to fit it, because the problem is with these things, if you want to run, if you've got to bear in mind with this, I'm trying to make it mobile, and if it's mobile and it's all contained, it can't be much bigger than this, because it'd just be too difficult. You need 10 men to lift it and move it all about, and I didn't want to have a separate panel and a load of batteries. It's just too fiddly and too much messing about. And they're fragile, these things. You've only got to dent them or crack the lens and damage the cells, and that's it. There'd be no use whatsoever. You might just chuck it in the bin. So I've tried to keep it all contained. I'll just run through quickly. I'm trying to keep this camera as steady as possible. So I'll just undo it. I need arms 2 meters long. Right, anyway, so I'll just take this out of here, I'll show you what I mean. So that's just to secure it in there. Here's the panel. On the back of there, got all the wires. There's a little stand in there as well to position it towards the sun. So what I didn't want to do was, and what you tend to find with a lot of these people who've done them before, is the solar panels wired directly into the charge controller all the time. I didn't want that. Because you know what will happen, a gust of wind will come, the lid will drop down, it'll go straight through the cable, and that's the end of that. So I've put it all in a jack, and that just unplugs there, and I can plug it directly into there. And also when the battery's fully charged, I can disconnect that. So it's not connected at all. And I wanted that sort of separation from them. So if you look in here, here's the charge controller, this is the brains of it. This regulates the amount of charge going to the battery. And what also happens as well, when it's fully charged, there's a little switchover circuit which goes across them there. And when you can have off the back of them, you can either charge something else, or you could connect it to a little buzzer or a little light to show that you're fully charged, if you want. So I wanted to monitor. So what I've done is turn it on. So what I've done here instead is I've wired in a little capacity and voltage meter. So we can see it there is 86%. It's not. I've been away for the last week and a half, so it's not been charged then. And I was using it before then. So the voltage hasn't dropped anymore. Oh, sorry. So I can swatch over there. So I'm just under 12 volts. That turns it off. You can just keep an eye on when it's charging up. When the solar panels, you can see it's going up. When it's 100%, you can disconnect it. So that's that. This button here turns on an inverter. You'll hear it now. We're in a. And this is for the 240 volts. Now, you need to have, if you're going to build one of these things, you need to have 240. Now, this is for small power items. Can I charge me 3 kilowatt heat? Can I run me 3 kilowatt heater off it? No. Can I plug my oven in and do a 3-bird roast with all the trimmings? No. You'll blow the fuse and it won't work. This is for small, your 70 watt, 5 watt sort of stuff. Small LCD TV, couple of lamps. Low voltage LED ideally. Small items. Chargers for phones. Chargers for your charging your drills up or your power tools or stuff like that's what it's for. So you can hear the fan whirring away there. We've got a little fan I'll just put a little vent in there because there is an internal fan on these inverters. Just give it a bit of airflow. I'll turn it off because you might be a bit loud. So I'll just show you briefly inside. Off there. Bit tricky with one hand. I'll just wedge that up there like that. Okay. So this is what's going on in here. I've tried to keep the wiring, as tidy as possible. I mean, this lid's not going to be up and down all the time. It's only for. I've got some lights in here. So what these are here. I'm not going to bore you with all the technical stuff about the voltage. I mean, what this battery is. If you're interested, it's a 12 volt. It's a. Let me think now. Yeah, it's a 26 amp hour rechargeable deep cycle battery. It basically what powers golf carts. So I did a bit of reading up on these, and this was probably the best thing for this sort of application. It's Velcroed down. It doesn't move, and this is the problem you've got because always when you're building these things, you've got a bit of a compromise between size of battery, size of panel. You need a bit. If you want to run your house off it, you better start buying some big batteries and some powerful batteries, and you're going to need a roof full of them. That isn't mobile, is it? So that's what I'm trying to do. It's a bit of a compromise between making it mobile and actually making it useful as well, to get away from that sort of thing. So on here, think about it. What you're going to be using this for? See, you go camping. What I bought here is some lights. There's 2 of them in here. Now, what you tend to find with these on the internet, people install lights, which is easy done. You just a couple of lights here and there, and they dot them around. They look daft, to tell the truth. And I don't understand that, because it means that if you wanted some light, you'd have to be sat next to this thing, and I don't want that. I want to just put this out of the way, charge my phone up, charge whatever else I want to do, or run a TV or whatever, plug some lights in and get on with my life. So, let me just show you this. It's tricky, this with one hand. Get them off. Get it off there. So what is this? So what all I've done here is I've just soldered some more. I've extended the wire that came with it. About 5 metres on here. And what we can do with them is tell you that. So you can run that out. So imagine it. This is all charged up. It's been charged up. That will charge that battery up in about 4 hours, 4.5 hours, which isn't long really. In sun, in cloud, it needs to be out all day to fully charge from flat. But it will do it, even in cloud, even in the rain. It will do it, which is good in the UK. Because, like I say, most of these are made in people in America are doing it where it's sunny all the time. In the UK, you don't get any sun over here. The sun comes out, people don't know what it is. So that's why I've gone for sort of a bigger panel, so that if there's any chance of any sun, it's going to charge it up quicker. So anyway, going back to the lights. So you can plug that down, it's fully charged. You shut the lid on it. You can run these out wherever you wanted. You can plug them in there. It's got a little switch on the side. And they're bright. I mean, I've had this wired up at night. I've ran 2 of these out. We've been plugged our phones in. I had the telly running off it. Lights. I turned everything off in the house. We're all sat in the kitchen. You just using this. It sounds weird, doesn't it? And it was fine. And it was running for hours. We had it on for about 4.5 hours, and there's still loads of charge left in the battery. So you can run them out. These are alright. There's only a little switch as well, so you can actually hang that up somewhere. You can just use that to turn on and off. Your tent or your camper, or sat in your house with the power off. Anyway, so let's unplug that. So that's that. It's not really